Hey everyone, this week is about getting out of the studio and into the streets. Let's check out some exhibitions and places I went to gain some inspiration that I brought back into the studio. Whether it's a gallery or a thrift shop, I'm usually looking for the same thing, something unexpected, a color, a texture, an object that sparks an idea. Inspiration doesn't really care where you find it. Digging through the bins at a thrift store feels a lot like digging through your own head for ideas. You're sifting through all this random stuff. Most of it doesn't go anywhere. But every once in a while, you pull something out that feels worth holding on to. After all the digging, you realize it's not just about finding new things. It's about making sense of what you already have. Pricing gets more and more difficult as you go. Sometimes getting out of the studio means going to the big exhibitions, in the big fancy places. This week, I checked out the exhibition of Otto Pl. He's a Czech painter who makes colorful, dreamlike paintings inspired by the Amazon jungle. He lives there. He's learned from the local people there, and he paints the plants, animals, and the spirit world he saw there. This is all that I knew about the painter. A former student of mine had told me about the exhibition and thought that I should go check it out, based on the fact that my own works are also kind of psychedelic, trippy, and deal with the body. You're experiencing this on a screen, which is cool. But it's important to remember that paintings are about paint. And the act of painting them, holding a brush in your hand, making a mark on the canvas, and the act of looking at them with the human eye, both involve being human, and going to real places, and seeing real work. So if you're ever bound up, stuck in the studio, just go out and look. This show seemed monumental and epic, but it's also interesting to note that all of these canvases can simply be rolled up. He can make these in his studio in the jungle, roll them up, and ship them across the ocean for a show like this pretty easily. It's a pretty humble way of painting in a lot of ways, using raw canvas this way. No stretcher bars. The pieces are just kind of unveiled on the wall. He uses a lot of natural dyes that he creates from plants in the jungle for these works as well. So if you're thinking about materials and techniques, think about the simplicity of your subject. Maybe your subject is literally just a plant. Maybe your materials are just a bed sheet and some dyes. That's enough to explore for a really, really long time. The exhibition was held in a place called Obecni Dum, which is a place that has a lot of different classical music concerts, spring festivals. And what you're hearing right now is a symphony inside of what's called Smetana Hall, which is named after the Czech composer Bedřich Smetana. I could hear them practicing, so I went and peeked in the window. The interior of the building was done in an Art Nouveau style and designed by Alphonse Mucha. I do everything on this table. Oftentimes I think about what it would be like to have another table. But right now, this is my table. The double fist pump sneeze.
Hey! Woo!
I think oftentimes we're trying to project ourselves out into the world when we're making paintings. Our big ideas, our big canvases. But it's just as important to let the outside world into our studio as well. We don't have as much control as we think. And sometimes, that's exactly how we end up finding something we never expected. Something that ends up making the work complete.